What if every action you took had a score, and that score determined your access to services and freedoms? Welcome to the world of social credit systems. At its core, a social credit system is a tool for evaluating the trustworthiness of individuals and organizations. It's as if life turned into a game. Every action you take, from paying your bills on time to jaywalking, can earn or deduct points from your score. This score, in turn, can determine your access to various services and freedoms. Imagine a world where your score can influence your access to financial loans, the speed of your internet, or even your ability to travel freely. This isn't a dystopian novel. It's a reality in some parts of the world today. In fact, several countries have already implemented versions of these systems. China, for instance, is well known for its social credit system, but it isn't the only one. Other countries, like the United Arab Emirates and Russia, have also explored similar models. But how does it work, you may ask? Let's break it down. Picture a massive invisible ledger that keeps a tally of your actions. It's like an omnipresent school teacher, noting down every time you're late for class, every assignment turned in on time, and every act of kindness or rudeness. These actions then translate into a score that reflects your trustworthiness as a citizen. Remember, the system isn't just about punishment, it's also about rewards. Maintain a high score, and you might enjoy benefits like priority services or more favorable loan rates. Of course, the specifics of how points are earned or deducted and what they mean for the individual vary from system to system. But the overarching principle remains the same. A social credit system is a mechanism to evaluate and incentivize certain behaviors. But is this system a form of government surveillance or a public benefit? Let's delve deeper. Some view social credit systems as a revolutionary approach to managing society. Now let's delve into the potential benefits of these systems to understand why they have been hailed as tools for social progress. First off, social credit systems are designed to encourage good behavior. Imagine a world where your actions have direct, tangible consequences. You help an elderly neighbor with their groceries, that's points to your social credit score. You litter in the park? That's a deduction. By tying social behavior to a quantifiable system, individuals may be incentivized to act responsibly and considerately, fostering a more harmonious community. But it's not just about encouraging good deeds. Social credit systems can also promote trust within society. Think about it. If everyone's actions are transparent and accountable, it becomes easier to trust your fellow citizens. You're less likely to worry about being cheated or lied to if you know that such actions would negatively impact the perpetrator's social standing. In this way, social credit systems could potentially strengthen social bonds and community trust. Let's not forget the potential for crime prevention either. If every action has a consequence, then it stands to reason that people might think twice before engaging in unlawful behavior. A social credit system could act as a deterrent, discouraging individuals from committing crimes due to the fear of social repercussions. Moreover, such systems could also help authorities identify potential threats to public safety. If someone's social credit score suddenly plummets due to a series of bad actions, it could serve as a red flag, prompting further investigation. This could prevent crime before it even happens. However, these benefits are not without their caveats. For a social credit system to work effectively, it would require a high level of surveillance and data collection, which raises concerns about privacy and the potential for misuse of information. Furthermore, the system's effectiveness would greatly depend on the fairness and accuracy of the scoring mechanism. So the benefits of social credit systems seem appealing, but what about the potential drawbacks? In the following segment, we'll delve into the flip side of the coin, exploring the potential pitfalls of social credit systems. Stay tuned. Despite the potential benefits, social credit systems have also raised serious concerns. Let's delve into the shadows and explore the potential drawbacks of such systems. First on the list is the invasion of privacy. In a world where every action is monitored, scored, and evaluated, privacy becomes a rare commodity. Imagine a scenario where every purchase you make, every post you like on social media, and every late payment you make is recorded and judged. Suddenly, your life becomes an open book, not just to government agencies, but potentially to anyone with access to the data. Next is the potential for abuse. Like any system, social credit systems are not immune to misuse. What happens if the scores are manipulated for personal or political gain? Picture a situation where someone with power decides to lower your score simply because they don't agree with your views or because of personal animosity. The potential for such abuse is immense and cannot be overlooked. Finally, there's the danger of creating a conformist society. When people are constantly judged and scored based on their actions, they may start to change their behavior, not out of personal growth, but out of fear of being penalized. This could lead to a society where individuality and creativity are stifled, and conformity is the norm. As a hypothetical example, consider an artist who decides to paint less controversial subjects, or a journalist who opts to write only safe articles, all in the name of preserving a high social credit score. These potential drawbacks paint a rather dystopian picture of a society under a social credit system. They highlight the need for careful consideration and robust safeguards to prevent such scenarios from becoming a reality. Clearly, the social credit system has its pros and cons. But what does this mean for society at large? The social credit system is not just a theoretical concept. It has real implications for everyday life. As we delve into this discussion, let's consider a society where such a system is fully implemented. Visualize a world where every action, every purchase, every social interaction is monitored and scored. This isn't a dystopian novel plot, it's a potential reality with the advent of social credit systems. How might this affect everyday life? Well, consider Jane, an ordinary citizen. Jane frequently donates to charity, regularly recycles, and always pays her bills on time. The social credit system rewards her for these positive actions, enhancing her credit score. This high score might grant her certain privileges, like priority for school admissions, rental properties, or even better interest rates on loans. Now let's look at John. John occasionally forgets to pay his bills on time, has a penchant for jaywalking, and frequently voices his dissent on certain government policies on social media. Under a social credit system, these actions could negatively impact his credit score. This could result in a myriad of penalties, from paying higher interest rates to being denied certain services. The implications of a social credit system extend beyond individual repercussions. It could potentially alter social dynamics. For instance, people might become more compliant and less likely to question authority for fear of a reduced credit score. Moreover, it could lead to increased surveillance and potential erosion of privacy. However, it is essential to remember that this is just one potential outcome. The actual impact of social credit systems would largely depend on how they are implemented and regulated. The potential for misuse and abuse is high, which is why robust checks and balances are crucial. Furthermore, while the social credit system might incentivize good behavior, it could also stigmatize those with lower scores, creating a new form of societal division. As such, it's essential to consider the ethical implications of such a system and its potential impact on personal freedoms and societal cohesion. As we can see, the social credit system could significantly change the way we live. So, are social credit systems a form of government surveillance or a public benefit? The answer is not clear-cut. We've been on quite a journey, haven't we? From understanding what social credit systems are, to weighing their pros and cons, and exploring their societal implications. We've seen that social credit systems, like any other concept, are layered and complex. On one hand, they have the potential to promote good behavior, enhance trust in society, and even streamline bureaucratic processes. They could be a tool for encouraging compliance with societal norms and laws, and for rewarding those who contribute positively to society. This is the public benefit perspective. On the other hand, there are legitimate concerns about privacy, individual freedom, and the potential for misuse of power. The fear of being constantly watched and evaluated, of being denied opportunities based on a score, is real and cannot be dismissed lightly. This is the government surveillance perspective. The truth is, social credit systems are a bit of both. They can serve as a tool for public benefit and a means of government surveillance. The balance between these two aspects is crucial and depends on how the system is designed, implemented, and regulated. It's important to remember that technology and systems are not inherently good or evil. It's how we use them that determines their value and impact. And that's where critical thinking comes in. We need to ask the right questions, scrutinize the potential implications, and demand accountability and transparency from those in power. So, I encourage you to keep thinking, keep questioning, and keep discussing. Whether you believe social credit systems are for the greater good or a step towards an Orwellian future, your voice matters. Regardless of where we stand on this issue, one thing is clear. The debate over social credit systems is not going away anytime soon. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of a fascinating and controversial topic.